Didn't even ask me what I wanted. You made dumb assumptions. Clearly not your forte. Clearly don't be fucking.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about books that I need to haul. Let's get started. This is, quite honestly, my white whale. This is the most amount of books I've ever had to fucking haul. And if you're wondering, is it expensive to get a new personality? Yeah, it is. This video is literally proof that it is quite expensive to all of a sudden shift everything about yourself. I have so many books that it's kind of embarrassing. Granted, I haven't hauled anything since December, I want to say. So it's been about 2 months, but the fact that I have this many things to show in 2 fucking months is a little bit wild. And I can't even be like, oh my god, it was all sent to me, because it's not true. I've literally purchased these things with my hard-earned fucking money. It's overwhelming. Suffice to say, this video is going to be long. Suffice to say, I'm going to try to get through each of these books as quickly as fucking possible. So I may not give full synopsises for every fucking book, because there are simply too fucking many of them. By the way, I am literally stunning. Literally gorgeous. Like, I am living for this lip. I'm living for my eyes. I'm living for this hair. It's very news anchor, and we're living. We're living, we're laughing, we're loving. By the way, if you can hear the heater in the background, I apologize. It is very loud, but it is also kind of cold outside. Jordaline is perfection. Like, you're not surprised. You wouldn't be like, quelle surprise. You wouldn't say that. You'd be like, that's normal. Anyway, let's talk about something actually a little bit new. Let's talk about how thankful and fucking grateful I am for you. This channel quite recently hit 10,000 subscribers, which is literally fucking wild, because did you ever expect me, a gorgeous goddess angel deity who dwells in the undercurrent and underbelly of darkness, but also beauty? That made no sense. Anyway, we hit 10,000, bitch. 10 fucking thousand. Thank you so fucking much. Like, I am literally so thankful for you. I'm not talking about her or him or them. I'm talking about you, bitch. I am so fucking grateful, so fucking appreciative. You are so kind, so fucking beautiful, so intelligent, and literally seeing your face, seeing your little fucking words brings a fucking smile to my fucking face. Like, it cracks me. It just, you know, I hoped, but I never really thought that 10,000 could be like possible for me. You know, like, look at me. As gorgeous as I am, I'm not like the other girls. I'm a fucking weirdo. Okay, literally my cats are using the litter box, and it's the loudest thing that's ever fucking existed. Like, it's so rude. I'm giving my acceptance speech. I feel grown into the person that I am, like, right now, and I expect to grow like a shit ton more. But the fact that, like, literally anyone would see my fucking face and be like, cool, is baffling to me. I'm so thankful for you. Thank you so much for 10,000, and here's to fucking 20 fucking thousand. Here's to fucking 30 fucking thousand. Here's to fucking 50 fucking thousand, bitch, because we're gonna fucking do it. Okay, us fucking weirdos, we're gonna fucking make it. Okay, mark my fucking words, we're gonna fucking do it. Thank you so much. By the way, if you're also not subscribed and you're like thinking about it, maybe just like consider it. Maybe just like click it, you know. Maybe just like you know, like, just click it a little bit. We would appreciate that. Thank you so much. Anyway, thank you so much. I love you. Let's get started. We have so much to talk about, and I'm literally so excited. Like, I've been waiting for this haul, and I'm so excited that it's finally here, that we can finally discuss all of these books, because like I said, I literally bought myself a new fucking personality. So let's talk about it. First of all, let's just clear the air, okay? Let's just talk about the elephant in the room. Did I become a Sarah J. Maas stan overnight? Did I allow myself to be sucked into the hype and full head fucking first into it? Yes. Did I buy the entire ACOTAR series? Literally, how fucking embarrassing. Okay, the patrons and I read Crescent City, the first book, and now we're in the process of reading the second book, which is House of Sky and Breath. I've already read this. I really fucking liked it, and I'm in the process of reading this. These are urban fantasy novels about a girl whose best friend dies and her trying to solve like the murder mystery kind of case. If you're not already, I think, engaged into Sarah J Maas, I'm sure you will be one day. I truly believe that we are all just Sims in Sarah J Maas's world. I believe she controls us all, and if you haven't read these books, I think you will eventually. Like, just count on it. Just believe it. I truly, truly believed I would never fucking dare with this, and I'm proven wrong. These covers, though, are stunning, gorgeous. At least this one is. I really like this one. This one, I could do without it, to be honest, but this cover, gorgeous, beautiful. Like I said, I bought. Listen, do I have a problem? Do I lack impulse control? Do I have issues with shopping? Do I have an addiction? Yes, I do. Okay, I do. Am I upset about it? No, because look at these fucking books. I'm not. Let me just show you the covers, because at first glance, I really didn't like them. But the more I see them now, the more I'm kind of like, you can stay. You're okay, I guess. So this is the first book. The second book. The third book. The fourth book. And the fifth book. From what I know, I think the fifth book is a companion novel. So I bought the hardcover box set because the old editions, the old covers are out of print. You can't buy them for less than like $300, like at minimum. Sometimes people sell them for like upwards of $500, and I'm not about to spend that much fucking money on used fucking books. Like, no thank you. So I bit the bullet and I bought these editions because so many people, like people in the horror community, not even people who are not in the horror community, people who live and breathe fucking horror, told me that they really like the series. Specifically Mike. Mike was like, bitch, the first book is shit. The second book will literally make your panties drop. And I was like, I'm in. Let me at them. Let me at them. Do I feel shameful? A little bit. Am I sorry? Not even a fucking little bit. I don't give a flying fuck anymore. I am fully immersed. I'm fully immersed, and I'm like kind of happy about it. Anyway, let's move on. Where do we even go from here, you know? Where do we even go? Let's talk about some of the thrillers that I have that are new, because there are quite a few of them. Everyone loves a good fucking thriller. Everyone loves thrillers. Who doesn't love a thriller? These are the thrillers that I have for this haul. Let's talk about some thrillers, okay? Allow us to begin with books I've already mentioned that are Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby and Blacktop Wasteland by S.A. Cosby. I've talked about these books a little bit. I talked about this one in my February TBR, and then this one in my reading vlog, which I will link down below, both of those videos. If you want to hear me talk more about them there, you can totally do that. But I'm so excited to have these in my collection. I have read this. I haven't read this. This was amazing. I'm assuming that this is amazing. So I just bought this book like a week ago, and I am so excited for it. Like the moment we locked eyes, I was like, that's it, you're mine, come home. And I'm so excited to read it. That is The Husbands by Chandler Baker. Look at this cover. First of all, it's stunning. This book is described as Stepford Wives, but Stepford Husbands. And I love that premise so fucking much. I believe it's about a woman who moves with her husband to this new neighborhood. They get settled, everything's great, and then all of a sudden they start noticing weird shit about the men in the neighborhood, and then her husband starts acting weird too, and she's like, the fuck is going on? I'm so excited. It looks so fucking good. We love a good role reversal We live for that. If you've read this, please let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts. Jessie from Punger's Fiction sent me a package because I bought a few books from her, or one book from her, and she added this book into the package, which is literally gorgeous. I have no idea what it's about. I just love the cover. And that is The Family Plot by Megan Collins. I literally have zero idea what this is about. And I'm not going to read the synopsis because I'm kind of lazy. The cover is stunning. I'm imagining it's like a domestic thriller moment. Let me know if you like this. I would love to know. Next month, my patrons and I are going to read this book, and I cannot wait because the audiobook is being released for it, and I'm so excited. That is In My Dreams, I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead. This was very kindly sent to me by Candy. Thank you so much, Candy. You are literally an angel. This is about a woman who goes back to her college or high school reunion, and she sees all of her old friends, but shit's kind of weird also because like they kind of killed someone or someone died. Like something weird happened and things are being brought up again and no one is safe. I love these kinds of thrillers where it's like anyone could be the killer. Who is it? You have to like kind of like piece it together. I love. I'm so excited to read this. A book I read in January was The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. The sequel is The Hawthorne Legacy. This I read in January. I haven't gotten to the sequel yet. This is basically like a YA Knives Out situation. It's about this girl who's like super poor. She like lives in her car. Like she's like super smart. She like loves puzzles and shit because of her mom. And then she finds out that she's like inherited like a shit ton of money, like billions upon billions of dollars. Because she's inherited all this money, she has to go live in this mansion with all of the hot grandsons of this dude who had all this money. It's wild and I liked it. I'm excited to get to the second book. The third book I think is coming out in August. I hate to feel so confident, but I feel like we're making like really fucking good time. Another book that I read in January, Finley Donovan is Killing It, and then the sequel, Finley Donovan Knocks Him Dead. I loved this book. I loved it so fucking much. I'm so excited to read the second book. It's about a woman who mistakenly gets identified as like a hitman by this like random woman. No matter what she does, she can't seem to get out of the situation, and things just go from worse to worse to worse. And it's so entertaining. It's so plot driven. I loved it so much, and I can't wait to read the sequel. I've seen this book a few places. I've seen a few people talk about it, and I've heard somewhat good reviews. So I have The Plot by Jean Hanff Corlitz. This is about a dude, I believe, who steals someone's plot to like their book. That's about all I know. These next two books, I literally have no idea what they're about. So I have The Therapist by B.A. Paris. This is about a couple who go to a therapist, but the therapist is like sketch. I don't know. I literally don't know. And then I also have Velvet is the Night by Sylvia Marino Garcia. Did I buy this because of the cover? Yes. Did I buy it because of Sylvia Marino Garcia? Yes. Do I know what it's about? Not really. For Christmas, which was forever ago, my roommate did get me The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman. We really like Richard Osman because we saw him on the Taskmaster, and then also he has like a trivia show that we really like, and so I'm excited to read his first, I think this is his first novel. And not only that, but I've heard people love it. And I, as you may know, am like literally a sucker for thriller, mysteries, you know, murder. I love that shit. I love a good cozy mystery. And so I'm really hoping that this is what that is. My roommate also bought me for Christmas Ayoade on Top by Richard Ayoade. This is a slight academic reading of a movie starring Gwyneth Paltrow called View from the Top, mixed with Richard's, I think, life stories. I love Richard so much. I think he is one of the funniest people on planet Earth, and so I'm really excited to read this. Another thriller that was actually gifted to me by one of my beautiful, beautiful viewers named Scott is The Overnight Guest by Heather Gutenkopf. This I'm really fucking excited for, which by the way, thank you so much, Scott. Your gift is so kind. You're so lovely. Thank you. This is about a woman who's like, I think, secluded. It's like winter, shit's like cold. she's like alone and in this home, and all of a sudden I think she has a guest, but they're kind of not what or who she wants to be around, and like shit gets crazy and wild. I think it's gonna kind of be like a survive the night kind of moment, and I'm really excited for this. Let's make a slight detour to Hanya Yanagihara's new book, which is To Paradise. Stunning cover, and then the spine as well is just like literally so gorgeous. I don't know exactly what this is about. I've read the synopsis before I bought it, and I don't remember what it said. I think after reading A Little Life, Hanya Yanagihara is kind of like just an automatic buy for me. I really loved A Little Life. As much as it destroyed me, as much as it made me kind of break down as a human being, I really fucking liked it. And so she's just kind of like an auto buy. Like, just give it to me, I'll take it. Thank you so much. My friends, let's talk about some of the romance that I've purchased recently, of which there is a lot. I've just bought a few romance books. Like, it's nothing crazy. Like, it's nothing crazy. It's not even crazy. It's just one or two. Like, it's not like I have a problem or something. Two books you've already seen me talk about quite a bit are Ice Planet Barbarians and Barbarian Alien. These are, I guess, smut, like alien smut. Kind of live for the first book. I am in the process of reading the second book, and I don't know how I feel about it yet, but I literally fucking live. Like, if you're looking for something to revitalize your love of like porn, I guess, or like romance, like this could do it. It's weird, trust me, it's weird, but you get used to it real quick, and it's real fucking hot. I also bought a few books from an author that I am quite literally obsessed with, and that is Olivia Dade. I bought Teach Me by Olivia Dade, spoiler alert, and All the Feels. I've read these two. This one is my favorite by far. This one was good, it was cute, but this one really for sure like fucked me up in all the best fucking ways. I loved it so much. These are romance novels from the point of view of fat women, and they're done so beautifully, so well. I haven't read this one yet, but I am really excited to. Just look at these covers. They're literally stunning. What is not to love about romance featuring, starring, produced by, directed by, written by fucking fat women? Like, I live 100%. If you haven't already checked this out, check it out, especially if you want some like fat bitch romance. A book that one of my patrons, Lonnie, recommended me, and one that I'm really actually super fucking excited to read, because the way she described it, the way she sold it to me, I was fully in, I was immersed, and I was like, let this be my fantasy. And that is The Roommate by Rosie Dannon. This is about a girl who starts living with this dude as like a roommate, and she finds out that he is maybe in the porn industry. Lonnie, a beautiful patron who recommended this, said that it was some of the hottest shit, some of the best shit she's ever fucking seen. And I was like, literally give it to me. Somebody very rudely was like, that's like Uncanny Valley. And I was like, literally, shut up. No, it's not. It's literally stunning. Like, how could you? I don't know what this is about, but I bought it because I like the cover and I like the title, and I will literally read anything that's to do with witches, and that is Payback's a Witch by Lana Harper. Stunning cover, stunning title. Do I even need to know really what it's about? I don't know, but I'm really excited for it. A book that I bought actually quite recently, like within the last like few days, is Must Love Books by Shauna Robinson. This is about a woman who is, I think, struggling in her life. From what I read, based on like the reviews, is that it's less a romance and more to do with like her becoming who she is, her finding herself. Live for this like cover, the title, like the title, Must Love Books. Like, I love that. It's so beautiful. It's most of the reason why I bought it. if I'm being honest, which I am. I'm always honest. I would never lie to you. It's why I bought the book. I forget where I saw this book, but the moment I saw it, I knew I needed it, and I knew that I had to have it, so I immediately bought it. And that is The Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon by Kimberly Lemming. It's about a girl who gets like wine drunk and accidentally saves like this demon guy, and then they fall in love. Look at it. Oh my god. I'm fully committed to this. Like, I need to read it ASAP. I also picked up, just based on the hype alone, The Love Hypothesis by Ellie Hazelwood. I think it's a friends to lovers romance set in, I think, like a science-y setting. I don't know what to call it. Heard literally nothing but good things. It's like one of the books that's just like constantly recommended. I also bought, based on the recommendation of Jessie, this book because she said that she liked it, and the moment she told me like the basic premise, I was 100% in. That is Rhapsodic by Laura Villaza. This is about a girl who falls in love with an elf fairy king. Yes. Like Sarah J. Maas, I was like, give me the fairy porn, Mrs. Maas. And she was like, we'll think about it. This book was like, you want fairy porn? You're gonna fucking get fairy porn, bitch. We're gonna give you fae dick. And I'm in. Or I think 3 or 4 books in this like series, and I live. Another popular romance book that I picked up was Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hebert. This I talked about in my February TBR. It's about a girl who's trying to get her life together, who's trying to find like the joy in her life again. And I think she meets a dude, and I'm pretty sure she's like a plus size girl. I literally fucking love it. Can't wait to read more fat girl fiction. It's like where I belong, I feel. This is literally just an impulse buy based on the cover and like a quick glance at the synopsis, and that is The Royals Next Door by Karina Halley. This is about a girl whose next door neighbors happen to be like these royals, like these people who are like princes and shit, and the bodyguard, she like sees him and he sees her, and it's just like instantly like they like fall kind of for each other. I think it's kind of like a annoying acquaintances to lovers, and I love that. I'm really excited to get to this. It seems very cozy, very sweet and fluffy, but also maybe like a little bit spicy. Speaking of spicy, I did also pick up Neon Gods and Erotic Idol, or no, Electric Idol. I've heard so much about these. People fucking love this book. I'm not sure how people feel about this, but people love the first book because I think it's a Persephone and Hades retelling. I'm excited to read it, even though I don't know what to expect, but I'm excited. People love it, so I bought it because I have no self-control. Also picked up, speaking of no self-control, these 3 books. There's so many books. Like, I'm talking about all these books and I'm realizing how many there are, and it's like overwhelming at this, but like at the same time it's like kind of like funny and like also really fun because I have all of these books to choose from, books I didn't have before, but now I have like this whole personality that I have to like, you know, inflate. So it's just, it's like a lot, you know, there's a lot going on. Anyway, I bought From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I also bought the second book, which is Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. And then I bought the third book, Crown of Gilded Bones. Have I read any of these? No, I haven't read any of them, but I bought all of them. Jordaline isn't doing well, guys. Jordaline is going through it. The book that Jessie sent to me, the book that I bought from her, was The X-Hex by Erin Sterling. I've wanted this book specifically in the hardcover, which you can only find through Book of the Month. Jessie had a copy that she was selling, and I was like, literally, God bless. She sent it to me, and I'm so excited to read it. I've heard so many good things. Again, witches, romance, say no more. I'm there. I'm in. There's so many books. There's so many books. There's like too many books almost. But this is what I get. Like, this is what I get for like not filming a book haul in like 2 months. Like, this is what happens. Like, I need to, this should be like a warning for me, for you. If you start a booktube channel, do book hauls every month, because otherwise you will sit here for like a fucking hour going through all the books as quickly as possible, but at the same time not quickly enough even. The next book I have is A Cupid and Girl's Guide to Tea and Tomorrow. I bought this because it was on sale and because the cover was cute. Really liked the cover, how cutesy it is. I didn't expect it to be YA, to be honest, actually. I thought it was an adult novel, but it seems adorable, so I bought it. My friend Sam, and then also my friend Erin, told me that this book was amazing, and so I bought it. That is The Prince and the Dressmaker by Jen Wang. This is a graphic novel about a prince, I believe, who likes to dress up, wear dresses and stuff. So cute, so fun. I'm not sure if it's a romance. I think maybe it's just a friendship book. I'm not sure. I'm really excited to read this. Let me know down below if you've read this as well. I would love to know. Speaking of graphic novels, I've also picked up Lore Olympus. I hadn't really heard of this series or this story. I just saw it on Amazon one day, and so I just bought it because I literally have zero self-control. And I'm pretty sure it's a Persephone and Hades retelling, which is very popular, I'm noticing. Everyone kind of does it. I don't really know what to expect. I haven't read it yet, but I do really love the art style. I think the art is stunning, gorgeous. I also love the design of the book. And are we going to talk about all of these books in this video? Like, that's what I'm wondering. I'm asking myself, like, you're like literally halfway there. You can do this. Like, you can literally talk about all these books. Like, just do it. Just fucking do it. Just like be a man, you know? Be a fucking man. I don't remember if I've talked about this book before. I think I did haul it. I can't remember, but in case I didn't, I have Small Favors by Aaron A. Craig. Talked about this in my either January TBR or my December TBR, I can't remember, but I have mentioned it and I am really looking forward to it. I think it's like a horror thriller YA novel. Speaking of YA novels and me buying them without really knowing what the fuck they're about, we have Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco. And then also the second book, Kingdom of the Curse. Did I buy these without knowing what they're about? Yes, I did. Listen, early Jordaline, if you go back on my channel, early Jordaline would do this thing where she would just like buy books and not really know what they're about. She wouldn't really even like look into them. That's what I've been doing. So while I have like a new personality, while I'm like a new bitch, I'm also like the same bitch that I was before. Bought them because I saw them on Jesse's story. They looked cute. Did talk about this book also briefly and recently. That is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. This is a fantasy novel about a girl who I think makes a deal with some kind of like fairy king, fairy prince, and she like falls in love with him or something. I don't know. It just sounded literally toxic and literally so fucking like addictive. I don't even know really what it's about, but it sounded like cheesy and trashy, and so I bought it because I literally live for that. That's like kind of all I really want right now. Those are all of the romance novels. All we have left are like the horror and some fantasy left. So let's talk about them, okay? I have Blackwater Sister by Zen Cho. This is about Jessamine who starts to hear the voice of somebody in her head. And after moving back to Malaysia, she realizes that it's the voice of her grandmother, who was somebody called the Blackwater Sister. She was kind of like this like avatar for deities and gods. Don't really know much else besides that, but I'm literally in it completely. Like the cover, the premise, fact that it's set in Malaysia, like count me the fuck in. As a Christmas gift from me to me, I bought myself Namesake and Fable by Adrian Young. I think Fable is the first book and then Namesake is the second book. From what I understand, these are like pirate fantasy books. I just bought them because of the cover. I'm not even like lie, okay? I'm not even gonna lie to you. I bought these because of the covers. Like, look at them. Do you blame me? Like, stop judging. I did mention this in my February TBR, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I also bought Lake's Edge by Lyndall Clipstone. Literally stunning, literally gorgeous. Like it kind of gives me like haunted, gothic, but also like, you know, 90s R&B vibes, and I live. I've also mentioned this a bunch of times, and that is Eat Your Heart Out. This is a zombie novel about a girl who is fat, and she like, as a fat bitch, just destroys zombies. We love to see it. I'm so excited to read it. I've also mentioned a bunch Cat Diary by Junji Ito. If you haven't read this, I recommend you do that because it's literally amazing. It's so good. Also for Christmas, I bought myself these books because I've heard like literally nothing but good things about them. I bought myself the Kill River trilogy. So we have Kill River, Kill River 2, Kill River 3. These are, I think, slasher, amusement park horror books. They look fun, they look cute. I kind of like the covers. The covers are okay. My latest video, the one where Katie Colson literally ruins my fucking life, read and talked about this book, which is Every Morning the Way Home Gets Longer and Longer by Frederick Bachman. literally the saddest fucking thing you'll ever read. I pre-ordered this book and it came in recently, and that is Moon Witch Spider King by Marlon James. This is a high fantasy novel. The first book I own. I tried to read it when it came out. I never actually finished it, but I did pre-order the second book because I do want to read them, because apparently they are really, really good. And I really like the way that Marlon James writes. His books are a little bit difficult to get through. Like, there's so much, I think, world building that you really have to pay attention. But I'm really hoping to start this series soon. This next book might be in the running for most gorgeous cover, and that is Daughter of the Moon Goddess. Look at this. Holy shit. Are you joking? Like, it's so beautiful. It's so stunning. Also, it gives me Sailor Moon vibes, which is part of the reason why I bought it. Like, most of the reason why I bought it. But also, the premise seems really cool. Apparently inspired by the Chinese moon goddess, in which a young woman's quest to free her mother sets her on a dangerous path and pits her against the most powerful immortal beings in the realm. I also picked up Adam Neville's House of Small Shadows. This is about like a doll maker, I think. His house or his business gets haunted and people come. I don't know, it's like dolls, creepy. Adam Neville kind of is always like an auto buy for me if I see it. One of the most anticipated books I have for 2022 is Bitter by Akwaeke Emezi. This is the sequel to Pet, which is one of my favorite fucking novels of all time. So excited to read this. I love Akwaeke Emezi so much. They just do the Lord's work. They just do the best. Okay, if you haven't read Pet, rectify it. It's so good. I also picked up the Mary Shelley Club. I'm not sure what this is about. I don't remember. I bought it on a whim. Like, again, I have a problem. I literally have a fucking problem. How many books have there been? Like, how many books have you seen in this video so far? Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm trying to go quickly, but I also feel like I'm going too quickly, and I don't want you to have to sit here for like an hour or whatever and like watch me panic. But like at the same time, like it's like a lot. I should have split this up into like 3 parts, but I'm just a fucking idiot. Anyway, I don't know what this is about, but I bought it, and that makes me feel like shit. But I did. Anyway, don't judge me. I also picked up Plain Bad Heroines. Heard mixed things. I have a friend who read it who said that they didn't really like it, but she also really doesn't like horror. So I don't know. I bought these books recently and I'm so excited to own them. It was a fucking time trying to get the first book, but that is Anna Dressed in Blood and Girl of Nightmares by Kendar Blake. I read these books when I was a teenager, and when I read them, I was literally like, oh my god, I'm such a fucking badass. Like, I'm so hardcore. I can just deal with gore. I'm just like so bad. Oh. I felt so emboldened by them, you know? Like, I felt like, oh my god, if I can read these, I can read anything. I'm just like, I can totally take scary stuff. At that point in my life, I didn't really like horror. It wasn't my thing. But reading these books, I was like, oh my god, I'm just like I'm so dark. I do really love these covers. They're gorgeous. Almost done. And by almost done, we have like 10 books left. Talked about this book in my best of 2021. I will link it down below if you haven't seen it. And that is Comfort Me with Apples by Catherine and Valente. Love this book. I bought myself a copy for Christmas. Love it. If you don't know what this is, check it out. Like, please, it's so good. One of you lovely viewers sent me this book via my Amazon wish list. This is Root Magic by Eden Royce. I've heard so many good things. Not only that, actually, Haley Piper likes this book, and I literally trust her with anything and everything. This was very kindly sent to me, by the way, by Eris. Thank you so much, by the way, for this. I'm so excited to read it. I can't wait to get into it, and I appreciate you. I also bought Ophi's Ghost by Justina Ireland. Ooh, I don't know what this is about. I don't know what this is about. But I bought it because it's like spooky, and I've heard like pretty good things about it. And it's like middle grade, and you know how much I love a good middle grade horror novel. Like, it doesn't even matter what it's about. If it's a middle grade, if it's a horror novel, I will read it. Like, ugh. I recently got The Captive by Fiona King Foster. Pretty sure that this is about like a person who's held captive. It says a rural noir about a woman on a pulse-pounding expedition to deliver a fugitive, forced to confront her own past on the journey. Apparently it's not about somebody being held captive. I don't. Daddy Tor very kindly sent me this book, like the finished fucking copy. That is The Death of Jane Lawrence by Caitlin Starling. Caitlin and I, we have a sordid history. Really didn't like her first book, which was The Luminous Debt. It's a no for me. But I'm excited to see what this is about. Like, I'm hoping and I'm praying that she can convince me her writing prowess. I literally can't. I'm literally done with myself. Like, you ever feel like you're just like sick of yourself? Like, that's kind of how I feel right now. Like, I feel like I'm like losing my mind slowly. Like, it's not even like funny or cute. It's literally just like, get it together, Jordaline. Like, you can't just like figure this out. You can't just like do things. You can't just like be entertaining. Like, just stop. Like, why are you even doing this? Like, stop. Anyway, oh my god, I'm literally losing my mind. Thank you so much to Daddy Tor for sending this to me. I love you so much. Speaking of Daddy Tor, they also sent me Sundial by Catriona Ward. This is an ARC copy of it. I really liked her other book, her last book. It was so good. I'm excited to delve into this one as well. This book arrived on my doorstep when it was, you know, revealed in my home. When I pulled it out of its package, I could have shit myself. Like, I could have died because I've been waiting for this book, and I question why I haven't read it yet, but I've been waiting for it. Okay, and that is Manhunt by Gretchen Felker Martin. Look at this fucking cover. Are you joking? This is like a post-apocalyptic horror novel about trans women or trans men killing like zombies or demons. Like, what else do you want? Like, what else do you need? The first part of the book is literally entitled Misandry. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm done. Like, what else do I need in my life? I need to read that as soon as fucking possible. But anyway, friend Kiva very kindly for Christmas got me The Possession of Natalie Glasgow by Haley Piper. I'm so excited to read this. You know I stan Haley. You know that she's like secretly like my love or whatever. Okay, I love her so much, but I'm so excited to read this. She has beautiful writing. I trust her just with everything. Claire L. Smith, who is probably one of the sweetest fucking people to ever walk the earth, very kindly sent me her new book, which is When We Entered That House. This is a haunted house novel. I love Claire so fucking much. If you haven't checked out her work, 10 out of 10 would recommend. I'm gonna very quickly just like literally show you this book and then put it back on my shelf. I bought Dark Rise by C.S. Pacat. Don't know why I bought this. I don't know why why did I buy this? Does this look like something that Jordaline would read? Like, no, it doesn't. I think I bought it because of the cover. Like, look at that. Anyway, let's move on. I also bought this mainly for the cover, and that is Not Here to Be Liked by Michelle Quach. I really like this cover. I also really liked the premise, which is about a girl who is like a feminist. And then I literally forget what else it's about. And at this point, I've lost all meaning and all will to live. So I'm not gonna finish what I was about to say because I don't remember. So I bought this, and it's pretty. The last book in this haul is The Woman in the Dark by Vanessa Savage. I really like this cover. Because it's the last book, let's do a full-on synopsis because I've been rushing through these. Let's take one book to really just savor it, okay? Let's take one. The Woman in the Dark is about a family, okay? They live this beautiful, gorgeous fucking life. Everything is great. All of them are happy. Like a husband, there's a wife, they have like their beautiful children, and then the mother of the wife, whose name is Sarah, dies. And Sarah is thrown into a fucking depression, into suicidal thoughts, okay? And Sarah tries to kill herself with sleeping pills. Even though she says it was like an accident, everyone is literally like, it wasn't an accident. We think you were trying to like literally off yourself. Sarah's like, no, it was just, I just slipped, you know? It was just like accidentally just like, oh no, like, you know? Sarah's husband, Patrick, is like, you know what? because you're struggling, because we need like a break, you know, let's move to my old family home, which is in this like idyllic beach town. The only thing that's kind of weird, Patrick's old home is called the Murder House. It's been empty for 15 years because after Patrick's family moved out, another family moved in, and that family was slaughtered. You know, they move in and Sarah is like, you know what, I have like a new project. I'm gonna try to like make this house a fucking home. And so she tries and things are like happening. Weird shit is happening. Like her kids are having these horrible nightmares. They're finding like writing on the fucking wall. They're finding gifts in their home, you know, for them. And shit is just weird. And Sarah begins to believe that not only is the house like fucked up and haunted, she also believes that something is wrong with the town just in general. And she starts to even believe that her husband is like doing some fucked up shit too. I'm so excited to read this. I cannot wait. By the way, it felt really good to do like an actual synopsis. We love to be dramatic, but again, I didn't want this video to be like fucking 4 hours long. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't even know how many books there are. Like, I'm gonna guess that there are like at least 100 books. Yikes. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know down below if you judge me, because I judge me. I have a problem. I'm not like other girls. Other girls have their life together and I don't. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below if you've read any of these books, what you thought of them. If you think that I'm not doing well, and it's obvious, like, let me know. I would love to know. Thank you so much. Don't forget also to hit subscribe because we talk about spooky shit. We talk about creepy shit. We talk about romance and thrillers and fucking fantasy and all of this shit. Thank you so much for watching. This video was wild. You have a wonderful fucking day. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.